Hey Canucks fans, I hope you're well. It is Monday afternoon, a couple hours before the face-off between the Vancouver Canucks and the New Jersey Devils as game number 3 of this 6-game road trip for the Vancouver Canucks. We know the precarious situation they are in terms of making the playoffs. Outlined it a lot over my videos and my live streams over the past few days. But with St. Louis winning their last 6, with Utah winning, with Calgary winning, the Canucks, they're in tough. They got to probably go 8-4 or even 9-3, which is crazy, over the last 12 games or some combination of 4 or 5 games over 500 to even have a shot at making the playoffs. So it's not impossible, but it's not going to be easy, especially given some of the lineup news and some of the personnel news we heard today. So let's start on the positive side. Thatcher Demko making his first start since the early February game against Toronto. Remember, he pulled himself, or he got pulled after the first period, and we haven't seen him since. And we know he struggled with many injuries. He started this season with the Papalitis injury, the knee injury that he suffered against game 1 in the playoffs way back in April against Nashville. So that took him out for 6 to 7 months. And then he had back spasm issue, and his latest injury was apparently a groin issue. So knee, back, groin. He's running out of body parts to hurt. But we know that when Thatcher Demko's at the top of his game, he's a top 5 goalie in the league, up there with Hellebuyck and Shesterkin and Swayman and Ottinger and those guys. But that's when he's at his best. I don't know where he's at right now. I don't know. I hope, and I'd like to give the Canucks the benefit of the doubt, that they're not rushing him back just because their playoff chances are hanging on by a thread. Kevin Lankin has played 10 of the last 11 games, and he showed signs of fatigue in that loss against the Rangers on Saturday. So maybe the timing, maybe it was always scheduled to be this way. Demko has been practicing with the team for the past week. He did 3 of the most recent practices. So I truly believe that he is healthy. You'd hope they wouldn't risk him further injury just to chase a playoff spot that might be very difficult to attain. Now, and we don't know what's going to happen. I hope he gets through the game unscathed. I hope he's healthy for the rest of the season and beyond, and that all of his injury history is behind him. But we never know. You never know with any guy, and especially with Thatcher Demko and his history. We just hope for the best. You sometimes prepare for the worst, but you certainly hope for the best, and maybe he will give the Canucks a boost tonight. They're going to need it because they're missing Elias Pettersson and Nils Hoglander. Both guys not only not playing tonight, but sent home from the road trip. So they won't play tonight against New Jersey. They won't play Wednesday against the Islanders, Friday against Columbus, or Sunday against Winnipeg. So the fact that the Canucks have only played 1/3 of their games, 2 of their 6 road games on this trip, but these 2 Swedes have been sent home, not because they're Swedes, because they're injured. They've been sent home because, they're sent too banged up to play. Not just tonight, but even they're too banged up to recoup and to get treatment and to even try and suit up later in the road trip. So that's not good. That means they're both banged up pretty good, and then I guess we'll hear in the next couple of days what's going to happen with them, and do they both get shut down for the rest of the season. Remember, the Canucks are already missing Philip Hito after suffering that concussion against the Chicago Blackhawks. So you get, and they're healthy on the blue line, so you get Thatcher Demko back, which is good, but then you lose 2 of your top 6 forwards, basically 2/3 of your top line up until this game. So what will the Canucks do as a lineup? Well, to me, there's a pretty clear top 6, and I would put Pius Suter between DeBrusk and Besser, and then I would put Teddy Bluger between Garland and Joshua because they've had success there together as a trio. Now, you might think Jonathan Lekkerimäki should be up in the top 6, but I'm not convinced, especially when you're already down 3 top 6 guys in Pettersson, Hoglander, and Hito. You want experience up there. So I would go, and I don't know what the Canucks didn't have a full practice day. So my guess, or if I was the coach, I don't even know if I'm guessing this, I would go Suter between Besser and DeBrusk. Then I would go Bluger between Garland and Joshua. Then your third line could be Atu Ratu, Drew O'Connor, and Kiefer Sherwood. And then I'd put the 3 Swedes on the 4th line. I would put Nils Åman between Karlsson and Lekkerimäki. And that's how I would line them up. Although Karlsson's a right shot. Whatever. They'll figure it out. So that's how I think maybe they sneak Sherwood up into the top 6, or maybe Lekkerimäki gets a look, and then you kind of even it out with, but you could do that, I guess, and then have a more balanced top 9. But with Suter and Blueger as being your only bona fide centers now, with Chytil and Pettersson out, I don't think you can overplay Aatu Räty. I don't think you can overplay Nils Hoglander. So that's how I load him up. And then on D, it'll be some combination of Hughes, Hronek, and then Marcus Pettersson and Myers, or Hughes, Myers, Marcus Pettersson and Hronek. And then we'll see who they play. They have Derek Forbort in there, and they've been kind of not exactly alternating, but certainly DPD's had a few games and Mancini's had a couple games. So whatever it is, if it's DPD, then one of DPD or Forbort will have to play on their offside. If it's Mancini, then it's a more natural left-right alignment. So Canucks fans, that's what we're faced with tonight. Now, they won't be facing Jack Hughes, so this latest installment of the Hughes Bowl will not be complete because Quinn Hughes playing so well, that speed burst, the biggest speed burst of the season, hitting 400 points, all those things they did so well, hoping to carry them on from the New York game on Saturday. But he will not, he'll face Luke, but he won't face Jack. And maybe that's good for the Canucks, because anytime it's Quinn versus Jack or Quinn versus Jack and Luke, New Jersey always seems to win, don't they? I can't remember the last time we beat New Jersey. I'm sure maybe it's recent. Doesn't come to the top of my head right now, but at least the Canucks will not have to face Jack Hughes. And I think the Devils also have a couple other guys out with injury. But for the Canucks, it was already Chytil, and now it's PD and Hoglander. 3 of your top 9 forwards are out. So the Canucks are going to have to lean in on guys like Lekkerimäki, Karlsson, Oman, O'Connor, Sherwood, guys that even Blueger and Suter, you wouldn't really consider those top centers, but tonight for the Vancouver Canucks, and for the time being, and for their playoff push, they are going to be top 6 centers. So I think this is going to go one of 2 ways. The Canucks are either going to get blown out because of their lack of depth up front, or they're going to put in an amazing effort. Thatcher Demko will get a shutout or let in only one goal or 2. Canucks will win, and then we'll still have this fleeting hope that the Canucks will indeed make the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. Give me your score prediction down below. I hate going against the Canucks. I just don't know how they win this game. I would love them to win this game. I would love them to step up and win this game. So in my heart of hearts, I want them to win like 3-1, but I think they're going to lose something like 4-2. I'm going to take my favorite score and reverse it. Maybe it's a reverse jinx type of thing, but I'm going to go New Jersey beating the Vancouver Canucks 4-2 tonight. But I will say that let's go with Jake DeBrusk scoring the first Canucks goal. So give me your Canucks, give me your score prediction, and give me your first Canucks goal score in the chat tonight, in the comments tonight. 10 p.m. Canucks After Dark. It's Parker and me, and then 11:15 my own show, my CCC show. So I hope you can join me for both of those shows, or at least one of them. But I always give props to the Double Duty gang if you can do both shows tonight. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Coach Patrick Lou, Weight Loss Coach. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame franchise members. Thank you for your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, like the video, subscribe. You can leave me a donation, a tip. I always appreciate those. But most importantly, put in the comments how you're feeling right now with this news that Demko's starting, but Pettersson and Hoglander have been sent home from the road trip. Who's going to win tonight? And who's going to score the first Canucks goal? Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.